Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about shortcuts to elite hotel status. Now, as many of you probably already know, we have spent a lot of time in hotels. We tried retiring to a hotel, which we have a video about here on the channel, and we've spent many nights, hundreds of nights at hotels over the last year and a half. And one of the things that we found made a huge difference for us was having elite status and the perks that come with that at each of the hotel brands. So we set out about 2 years ago, set out to try to gain top tier status at all of the hotel brands, and we have gained it on most of them. And now we know kind of the best way to get those great statuses and to earn those great perks and bonuses from each of the brands. So let's break these down for you.
All right, we're gonna jump in with Marriott, and Marriott, the top status you can get is Titanium. It normally takes 75 elite nights. You have to stay for 75 nights at a Marriott to get that. But the shortcut here is to get the 2 Amex credit cards to do that. If you get the Amex Bonvoy Brilliant credit card and then the Amex Business credit card, the Brilliant one comes with 25 elite night credits and the Business card comes with 15 elite night credits. Those do stack, so you start the year with 40 elite night credits. You would only need 35 actual nights then in the hotel to get Titanium. You also get a choice benefit once you reach the 50 night mark of 5 elite night credits, so you really could get 45 nights for free, and then you'd only need 30. Now, just getting the Amex Bonvoy Brilliant card does get you platinum status, which is one below the top tier. So if you only want platinum, you could just get that card. But otherwise, if you get both of those cards and you choose the 5 night credit at your 50 night perk, you're only 30 nights from getting a Titanium, which is not that hard to do.
Yeah, that's a very manageable. And honestly, if you think about it, for Marriott, what I think is really cool about their elite statuses is that you can start earning like room upgrades as low as a gold tier status, which is, I think, pretty amazing. And that has happened to us multiple times at just like when we were at a gold level to get upgrades on rooms, like beautiful views and bigger rooms and incredible service for having a higher tier status with Marriott. So I think that one's definitely worth it.
So let's move on to Hyatt. For Hyatt, the top tier is Globalist. It takes 60 elite nights, 15 less than Marriott. They are a little harder to come by though. So with the, one of the ways you can do it is if you get the Hyatt, Chase Hyatt, World of Hyatt business card, you will get 5 elite nights just for getting that card. That leaves you still with 55 you need to get. Now there are a lot of people that have a lot of spend they can do through work. Talking to someone recently and they said they spend $100,000 on a credit card for their job and they can use whatever card they want. And I was saying, well, if you get the Chase World of Hyatt business card, they give you 5 elite nights for every $10,000 that you spend. So if you spent $100,000, that would be 50 elite nights. And then if you get the 5 free nights with the personal card, that's 55 free nights. You're basically there just by doing that.
Certainly you could do 5 nights.
Now, those of us that don't have that kind of spend, we basically have to do it by staying there. And so what you want to do in that instance is find Category 1 hotels, which is the lowest one, and you can stay at those for 3,500 points per night. So if you stayed there, tried to stay 50 nights for that amount of points, it'd take 175,000 Hyatt points to do so. Luckily, when you sign up for the World of Hyatt credit card, you do get a welcome offer, usually of 60,000 points. You have to click through the links in the description to see what the welcome offer is currently for you. And then the Chase Business Inc. card, which is another one that we love, that we both have. Sometimes the welcome offer is 90,000, sometimes it's 100,000, but those 2 cards alone could basically get you the points through the welcome offer to stay the 50 nights at a Category 1 hotel and do the whole thing for free.
Yeah, which is absolutely amazing. And honestly, if you talk to anybody who deals with, scheduling their hotel stays with points and all that kind of stuff, I think pretty much everybody can tell you that Hyatt is probably the most coveted of the elite statuses, having that globalist, because some of the things that you get with that are absolutely amazing, not just for yourself, but that you can share with others as well, like getting, being able to share the globalist status with somebody else is
the
incredible.
guest of honor certificate. They do give you a guest of honor certificate that you can give to people, give them 7 nights of globalist status to try out. So that is great. Moving on to IHG, it's pretty easy with IHG. Platinum you can get just by getting the IHG Premier credit card. And Diamond, they did something new this year with Diamond, which they let a lot of people buy Diamond status. It came with a deal where you got 120,000 points, and it was $800 or $640, depending on what price they gave you. In either case, it was a pretty good deal because you got Diamond status for a year and the points. Now that we haven't seen that very often, but if you get that offer, it is a pretty good offer. You can also get Diamond just by spending $40,000 on the IHG Premier credit card. That's another great route if you have some big purchases coming up. One member of our Retirement Travel Jumpstart forum did that and alerted us to it, and it was amazing, which is what I love about the community that we have, the Retirement Travel Jumpstart community. So many members in there helping other people do better with their points, their stays, their travel, and just figuring everything out.
Yeah, that's what's really cool, is that it isn't just us in there like teaching people stuff, it's us learning from other people as well, which is really cool. And actually we do break this down a little bit more in depth as far as like booking and all those types of things in the Retirement Travel Jumpstart course as well, which is linked down in the description.
Yeah, so if you don't get Diamond either of those ways, you do actually have to stay 70 nights at IHG, which is pretty hard to do. We did do it though this year. We had 108 nights at IHG and pretty easily got Diamond. So.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I don't think a lot of people stay 108 nights with IHG. I called up recently the Diamond line to use my Confirmable Suite upgrade reward on one of my stays, and she was like, oh, like she actually was surprised. She was like, I see you've stayed with us a lot. I was like, yeah, if you call 108 nights a lot, yeah.
Next one's going to be Hilton, and this is probably the easiest one to get top tier status with, which is Diamond. With Hilton, you just need to get the Hilton Honors Aspire card from American Express.
That's it.
Automatic Diamond status.
Done.
And it is a fairly high annual fee, but the link in the description to that will show you what your current welcome offer is. You will get some points for signing up for the card. There is also a status match that is possible with them, but if you're an American, it's easier just to get the card. If you're not American, a lot of these cards aren't available to you. You could try to do the status match route. That might work as well. And then moving on to Wyndham. Wyndham, the best way to do it with them is a status match. They have a very generous status match. They'll match just about anything to their Diamond level, it seems like. We'll throw a chart up here and show you what they'll all match, but IHG Platinum, which almost everybody has. Everybody should have that. If you don't have IHG Platinum, you should just go get it, because all it takes is the IHG Premier credit card to get that, and it's like a less than $100 annual fee, and you get a pretty big welcome offer with that as well. So that's kind of a no-brainer. If you have IHG Platinum, that matches to Diamond at Wyndham. All you have to do is stay 10 nights in a 90-day period after requesting the status match, and they'll give you their highest level. So that's totally easy and totally worth doing.
Absolutely. And it's funny because Wyndham kind of gets a bad rap, but once you leave the US, and I think a lot of these hotels, once you leave the US, not only is the service unbelievable, but the properties are like, they will blow your mind. I said to somebody, oh, we're staying at the Crown Plaza and such. They're like, the Crown Plaza, those are still around? I'm like, Yeah, let me send you a picture. And my friend was flabbergasted. She was like, I've never seen a Crown Plaza like that. I was like, yeah, they actually keep track of them over here. We kind of gave up on them in the US for some reason, but we even stayed in a couple while we were in the US last year, and we're just, like, whoa, this is not the Crown Plaza of Asia. Crazy, but it's amazing. And I think the same thing for Wyndham is the resorts abroad are incredible, and the things, the point redemptions are really good. So don't discount Wyndham, because it is definitely, they've got some great properties around the world.
They do. Yeah, so that is how to get the highest status at every one of these hotel chains. Some of these are pretty easy, and I would just recommend going out and doing them. Just get the IHG card, status match to Wyndham. If you want Hilton, get the Hilton Honors Aspire card. And, the cards are going to get you basically pretty far with every single chain. So make a plan, figure out which, you don't need to get them all in 1 year. Figure out which ones you need, because like if you get the 2 Marriott cards, you can get those cards this year, say. That status will continue as long as you have the cards. Then maybe next year you work on Hyatt, something like that. So we did them all in 1 year, but that's only because we're traveling 365 days a year.
Yeah, and we kind of set ourselves up for it the previous year by starting to get the correct cards so that we could start working towards this. And we knew we wanted to. And again, it really makes a big difference when you're traveling to have these statuses, because it actually helps your bottom line at the end of the day. Almost all of these statuses will give you lounge access. Yeah, room upgrades are amazing, which is great, but not just regular room upgrades. We're talking about getting suites, which is just wild. It really changes your trip when you're getting something like a suite. And then the other thing is just the lounge access gives you, meals basically at a lot of places. You get your breakfast, lunch, and dinner in a lot of these lounges in these places, and that makes a huge difference to your bottom line when you're traveling full time. It is nice to have these types of perks. Great service. You're going to get great service anyways, but I mean, above and beyond being called, Mr. and Mrs. by your last name is incredible, and just the way they rolled out the red carpet really does, again, affect your travels to all these different places.
It does, yeah. So this is how you do it. If you got questions, leave those in the comments. We'll try to help you out. Other people will help you out as well. This is something you should be trying to do. Pick your favorite one and then just kind of go for it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we do, like I said, go more in depth into all of these in our Retirement Travel Jumpstart course. Links to all the cards and to the courses are down below in the description. Guys, leave us your questions in the comment section, and we'll see you next time.